West Africa.
Hi everybody, this is Miriam. Welcome to my Ghanaian channel. Yes. I hope that you guys are doing very well today, and even if you're not doing well, you had a tough day, I hope that this video at least can put a little smile on your face. And just always remember that being alive, the fact that you're alive, the fact that you can see, the fact that you can breathe is actually a blessing in itself, because sometimes we forget, because everyone has a different life. So sometimes, we think that our life and the issues that we face is bigger than what it actually is because we are in it. But honestly, the fact that you're alive, the fact that you can breathe, the fact that you're healthy if you are, even if you are not, the fact that you're still alive is a blessing in itself. So I hope that you guys are happy and joyful no matter what is going on in your life. Alright, so let's get to it. So this video, as you know from the title, I'm going to speak about 5 things that you go through in Ghana when you're new, like when you're there with family, or maybe it's your first time in Ghana. You're Ghanaian, but it's your first time in Ghana, so you don't really, you're still new, you're still trying to figure out, how it is over there, versus what you know and you've experienced once you're not new in Ghana. So it's basically what you experience as a new person in Ghana versus what you experience when you're not new anymore, or when you're there solo, not with family, not with your friends, but just there living your life solo in Ghana. And the idea for this video actually came about this morning at 1 a.m. Yes, instead of sleeping, I'm there thinking of my subscribers. Instead of sleeping, I am there thinking of what video to make for people that have never seen me before. Can you imagine? The love is too deep. The love is too deep. So yes, so if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. The love is very big for my subscribers. So yes, this video came about this morning, but was basically inspired. Let me explain to you. It was inspired by somebody. I'm in France at the moment. I'm in France at the moment, and I have my family over here. And this video was inspired by a guy that is from my church, and it was a Sunday, so I was in the car about to get off the car to get inside the church building, and the guy just came in my car, inside my car, and told me about a topic that he wanted me to bring about on this channel, because he knows that I have a YouTube channel. So he thought, hey Miriam, I know you have this YouTube channel, and there's something that I want you to talk about. Miriam, there's something I want you to talk about on your video. So I was a bit taken aback. Obviously he didn't say it this way, but I'm just kind of paraphrasing, exaggerating a little bit, but that was basically it. He said that he gave me 2 topics of things that he would like me to make a video about, and I was a bit taken aback. But then I listened to him, and he said, Miriam, listen guys, listen, because this is the topic of this video. Miriam, how come, so he was born in Ghana basically. Let me just give you a background story. He was born in Ghana, he moved to France when he was sort of young. So he told me, Miriam, how come when you are in Ghana and you live in Ghana and you've stayed in Ghana all your life and you decide to move abroad, you decide to go to abroad, and how come when you move from Ghana to abroad, the very first few weeks or the very first year, people around you, Ghanaians around you, take you as a villager? What do they insult you like? Why do they treat you as if you're a villager? So in other words, how come when Ghanaians go abroad for the first time, how come they are treated as Krasini by their other Ghanaian peers? I don't understand. So does it not mean that Ghanaians that are foreigners and they were born in the diaspora, when they move to Ghana too, are they not Krasini? Are they not villagers? Because we don't even know how to handle certain things. So we too in the diaspora are villagers when we go to Ghana. So that's why he basically told me, he didn't talk to me personally, and he knows I don't think like that, but he told me to bring about this topic because he thinks it's not fair. So I laughed, I'm not gonna lie, I laughed. I was like, really? So you want me to make a video about this? But I was so shocked. So I don't, for me personally, based on how I am, when I see Ghanaians that are just fresh from Ghana, coming abroad or coming to France and stuff like that, because France has a small Ghanaian community, right? A bit smaller than the one in the UK, but it still has a Ghanaian community. So when I see Ghanaians that have just come, you know, 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, I'm not gonna lie, there's a difference in terms of obviously my dad, for example. My dad, he came to France. He relocated to France. Is it what you say? He moved to France from Ghana when he was very young. So, I mean, he wasn't very young, but he was sort of in his 30s. So my dad, how he was when he just came to France from Ghana, is very different from the way he is now. For example, now if he goes to Paris or whatever, for him it's not new anymore. If Eiffel Tower or French people, they are part of who he sees every day, so it's not new to him anymore. But obviously when he first came, I'm sure he was like, oh wow, this is France, this is France. And even my mom, well, my mom has always been like a queen, so whether she, you know, she's always known who she is, and she's always been a lady. So even when she was in Ghana, she carried herself like a lady. But so I think it has to do with the way you're brought up. If you're brought up in a way that your parents always made you feel like you're the best, no matter where you are from, then even if you move abroad or if you move whatever, you know, it doesn't change much because you know who you are. But anyway, so this was just a very interesting topic. So just so this is, don't take it too seriously though, but this video I'm just going to give you 5 different things that you know, that you experience when you're new in Ghana. Like when maybe you're Ghanaian but you haven't really been to Ghana much. So 5 things that you experience when you're new in Ghana versus when you've been there for a while, or when you're going there solo and it's not your first time. So I don't live in Ghana yet, but I've been there quite a few times, but only with family. See, I'm always covered, like my family is there, my mom is there, my dad is there, so I'm covered. Until 2015, when I went, and I was basically 3 weeks by myself in the capital of Accra because I had some projects and things to do. So my parents were in another region and I was in Accra by myself. Obviously I had some family members. I had my uncle there and I had a family friend, you know, keeping an eye on me, but I was literally almost by myself doing my own thing. So in these 3 weeks in 2015, being in Accra, doing my own thing, I've definitely experienced some things that have opened my eye that I didn't probably know when I was just with my parents. So I hope that you guys sit down and enjoy this video. One thing I'm going to talk about is crossing the road. Hey, how do I even explain this? When you're new in Ghana, you know, me, I was, you know, when I went to Ghana, I was always with my parents, so you know, hey, just for holidays sort of thing. So when you're new and you've got the UK mindset or the European mindset, when you're crossing the road, when you want to cross the road in Ghana, you might probably just wait for cars to stop for you. Like, you know, I want to cross the road, you know, cars, they care about pedestrians. They're gonna stop for me, so I don't have to struggle. I'm just gonna sit there and just wait for the Red Sea to split for me so that I can cross. This is the mindset that you have when you're new in Ghana. But when you've been there solo by yourself for 3 weeks and you're doing your own thing and you're kind of used to the lifestyle over there, you realize that if you wait for people to just stop for you, if you wait for cars to just split for you to cross, you will wait forever. You will wait forever. So this is one thing I've definitely learned in being in Accra for 3 weeks 2 years ago, that definitely when it comes to crossing the road, if you're just waiting for cars to stop for you, you are going to wait forever. Now, I'm not going to advise you to just cross the road anyhow, but if you see a car, my phone up. If you see a car slowing down a little bit or slowing down, you know that it's time for you to cross. Even if they're not slowing down, you have to show them that you want to cross. The second thing that I've learned being in Ghana, being new versus when you're there for a while and you're solo and you're by yourself and you're trying to do your own thing and you've kind of gotten used to the lifestyle over there, is about takeaways. So let me just give you a little story. I need to give you a background story. So in 2015, right, I was, my family friend decided to bring me to this restaurant. It wasn't really a restaurant, but it was a place where they, it was sort of a restaurant, but you could decide to have a takeaway instead of eating over there. So, I decided to have my own takeaway. They sell baguettes, and they sell French delicacies, French snacks and all that, which are very expensive over there for no reason. Foreign food there is very expensive in Ghana. I don't understand why. That's why when I go, I don't eat foreign food. So anyway, I was there. I got my French sort of food, and I think it had meat in it. So I took my takeaway. I got to eat it. It was warm and nice. I thought when I get home, I just turn on the TV and just eat. But I realized that basically in Ghana, if you decide to keep your takeaway, you are crazy. Because Ghana has heat, what you call heat, and it's hot and it's very humid. So one thing that you will know when you're not new in Ghana is to not keep your takeaway. It's to not keep food and eat it at home. If you can eat in the restaurant, eat in the restaurant. If your house is only 10 minutes away, then it's okay. But if your house is like 40 minutes away from the restaurant and you took some food to take away, it's a very bad choice because the food is going to spoil. So when I opened the food, I was about to eat it, and I smelled something. I was like, how come this food is smelling like it was out for 3 days or in the open? Why does it smell like this? I bought this an hour ago. So this is one thing that you learn when you're not new in Ghana, that you just can't keep food. You really can't keep food. I'm not talking about meat pies or snack, but anything really warm, just leaving it like this in the open and say you're going to eat it when you get home is a very bad choice. Another thing that I've learned is part of the same subject, is that I don't know if it's just me, guys. Tell me if you've experienced this, but I think Ghanaians are not really keen on seeing people walking and eating at the same time. So when I went here in 2015, I was like, me, I have the UK mindset too. I don't know, I just realized I had the UK mindset when I was there. Because in the UK, people are busy. People are basically so busy that you see gentlemen, good-looking men with suits on, about to go to work with their bags, but with a big burger on their right hand, just eating. They don't care. They ain't got time to sit down. So I grew up as a teenager seeing this and seeing students just after school taking their fish and chips takeaway and just eating as they're walking with their uniforms. It's just a way of life in the UK. You're just busy and everyone just eats how they want to eat, whether it's outside, whether it's by walking. So when I was in the UK, when I was in Ghana, I bought my takeaway and I was going to eat it in the car actually. But then I was scolded by my family friend who drove me and was like, Miriam, I don't understand this UK lifestyle. Miriam, I don't understand this. So just wait when you get home. And when I got home, that's what I mean, that the food spoiled. So it's his fault, it's not my fault. The thing that you learn when you're not new in Ghana is that, okay, when you're new, there's this place in Accra. If you live in Accra, you will know. There's this place in Accra where they have a lot of celebrities and presenters working, because I think in that specific place I'm talking about in Accra, there are many TV and radio buildings. I don't know exactly the word to say, but it's just this place in Accra where there's a lot of TV stations and radio stations and just stations, and so you see a lot of presenters, radio presenters, TV presenters, celebrities there around that area sometimes. And if you go, you definitely see people and celebrities, people you see on TV walking over there, because that's where they work, that's where their studios are. And so when you're not new in Ghana and you're really in touch with what's going on, the TV and stuff, when you see that, you may get really excited. You may be like, oh my gosh, this person, I saw her on TV in the UK, I watch her on YouTube, blah blah blah. So that's what happens when you're new in Ghana. But when you're not new, you see thousands and thousands of people just driving past this area, and they don't stop just because they see celebrities. So one thing you learn when you're not new, when you're not new in Ghana, is that you would tend to see a lot of famous people in a particular area in Accra, and it doesn't really faze you anymore because you're used to it. The fourth thing that I would say about the comparison between when you're new in Ghana and you're fresh and you're there with your family versus when you're not new, is that when you're new, you might get excited at the beaches. I don't know how to pronounce beaches properly, but it's I'm talking about the B-E-A-C-H. Yeah, beach. Yeah, please keep your mind clean. So when you're new in Ghana, so when you're Ghanaian but you just go there for holidays or with your family, you may get excited if someone mentions that there's a beach that is not far away, because beach means fun, right? It means water, it means, you know, fun, it means sound, it means fun. So when you're new in Ghana, you may get excited at the word beach. But then when you're not new, you realize that not every single beach in Ghana or in Accra or in any part of Ghana, not every beach is beautiful. It's kind of I think changing the mood a little bit, but you realize when you're not new in Ghana, you realize that not every beach is beautiful, and it's very, very sad because there are some beaches in Ghana, not the famous ones, but I'm talking about the ones that don't have a lot of tourists there. And I understand why they don't have many tourists, because these beaches and these places are not really taken care of. So that's what you realize when you're not new in Ghana and you've been there solo for 3 weeks going around by yourself, is that not every beach in Ghana is beautiful, because you see a lot of rubbish on the shores, and it's really, really sad to see, because there are many beautiful places in Ghana, but because these places are not always taken care of, it just doesn't really look good, and it doesn't really make the country look good. Because personally, I think there are many nice places in Ghana, and there are many places that if tourism, or if people invested in, not even just tourism, but if people in general invested in by making it clean, by not dropping rubbish, you know, it would have been much nicer for people to see. So when you're not new in Ghana, you realize that not every beach is beautiful, and that's a very sad fact, and I hope that it changes. So the last thing, well, there are many other things. So if you live in Ghana, and if you're not new in Ghana, that you've lived there, you've been there by yourself, you know, you've been there not just for holidays, but you've actually been there for business, then definitely leave comments in the section to just give me your experiences and if you agree with some of the points that I've stated. But anyway, the last thing that you will know, this is when you're not new in Ghana versus when you're new, is that you may want to bring all your makeup collection for this holiday that you're going to have. Highlighter, eyeliner, eye pencil, lipstick, everything under the sun. Once you reach Ghana and it's in December or whatever month, you realize that
what is life that I should wear? What is life that I should wear?
What is this highlighter? I am hot! I am hot! What is highlighter? What is lipstick? I'm hot. I don't care. I'm makeup free. I'm going makeup free. When you're new and realize that
ain't got time for highlighter.
Another thing is, when you're not new in Ghana, you realize that you actually have to invest in very good quality makeup, because the heat in Ghana is really hot basically, and you realize that if you have cheap makeup that you bought, or if you have cheap eyeliner, you shouldn't really bring it to Ghana, because if you got cheap eyeliner or a cheap eye pencil as a girl, I'm giving you a tip, you realize that when you're in Ghana, like, it's not gonna work, because the heat is gonna make everything just go down and you're gonna look like a horror movie character. It's just not gonna work. So when you're in Ghana, when you're going Ghana and you're not new, you realize that you actually have to invest in good makeup that actually lasts and is strong against the heat basically. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I heard that some people may not be alerted when I post new videos, so please don't forget to ring the bell so that when I make videos, you will be informed. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to leave comments because it encourages me when I see comments that people are actually watching. And don't forget to like it. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. See you soon.